A German field marshal surrendered 91,000 soldiers to a pile of rubble. The city was Stalingrad. The year was 1943. And 6 months earlier, that army had been the most feared fighting force on Earth. How does the most powerful army in Europe get swallowed by a single city? And why did Hitler refuse to let them leave? The answer changed the war. By 1942, Germany had conquered most of Europe. But Hitler needed oil, the Caucasus oil fields, or his war machine would stop. To reach them, his armies had to cross the Volga River. On that river sat a city called Stalingrad, a city that bore Stalin's name. That detail mattered more than anyone admitted. The German 6th Army, 300,000 men, reached Stalingrad in August. Their commanders expected it to fall in days. Cities always fell. But the Soviet commander inside had a different plan. The Silichuk ordered his men get so close to the Germans that their own air force can't bomb you. Fight in the stairwells, fight on the factory floors, fight for every single room. He called it hugging the enemy. It worked. The Germans named what followed Rattenkrieg, the War of Rats. Some buildings changed hands 15 times in a single day. The Mamayev Kurgan Hill was so soaked in blood, it didn't snow white that winter. It snowed red. What the Germans didn't see, while they fought building by building, the Soviets were massing 1 million soldiers on either side of the German position. On November 19th, both flanks collapsed within hours, north and south, like two hands closing around a fist. In 72 hours, the entire 6th Army was surrounded. 300,000 men. Trapped. No way out. Hitler's answer was simple. Hold the city. A relief force was sent. It stopped 35 miles short. Inside the pocket, rations fell to 50 grams of bread a day. Then 30. Then nothing. Temperatures hit -40. Soldiers froze in their foxholes and weren't found until spring. On January 31st, Hitler promoted Paulus to field marshal. No German field marshal had ever surrendered. The message was clear. Paulus surrendered the next morning. Of 300,000 men, fewer than 5,000 ever came home. Before Stalingrad, Germany had never suffered a catastrophic defeat. The myth of the Wehrmacht, unstoppable, inevitable, was itself a weapon. Nations surrendered before a shot was fired. Stalingrad ended that myth. The war lasted 2 more years, but it was decided here. Next week, how a single platoon held one apartment building for 58 days, and why it mattered more than any tank battle. Subscribe to Yesterday's Odyssey. New history every week.